Hey everyone, I'm Candace. Thanks for coming to my podcast. It's me time. This is about you. I am your host for this evening, and I would really like to just dive into it. So, as many of you know, I am a survivor of sexual assault. I was assaulted in 2018, and I've done a lot of healing since then, and my journey brought me to the court system this spring, in which I watched and plead guilty. I'm here to talk about my story because I believe that it's worth talking about, even though it's like really uncomfortable sometimes, because other people have gone through stuff like this too, and I want to let other people know that they're not alone. So tonight in particular, I wanted to share my victim impact statement, and I wrote this for other people alongside me. Like, I wrote it for myself, but I also read it for the people that like I couldn't save essentially. And so yeah, it's really close to my heart and I wanted to share, so here goes. How does someone start a victim impact statement? I've had 2,123 days to think about it. I have been burdened for almost 6 years to think about what you have done to me. The impact you have made is beyond irreparable. However, I find myself spending this lifetime trying to repair the mess that you made. Me sitting here alone proves that. To explain the things that I have gone through because of you would take more time than I'm willing to spend, so listen close because you'll only hear this once. Do I start with feelings, anger, hate, disgust, shame, embarrassment, or the internal dialogue that I've been plagued with? Maybe how my humanness became a sacrifice for your own traumas to spill into after you entered my body. How I still panic going anywhere outside of my safe places? Yeah, I have safe places and people now. I sure didn't want to grow up needing to explain why I shake and stop breathing at seemingly random times. Maybe with the years of grieving both who I was before you decided to help yourself to my body and who I could have been. Who could I have been if not for you? No one will ever know, just like no one will ever know who you could have been either. Your decisions June 30th, 2018 set off a series of events that not only impacted but destroyed my life. I tried to kill myself. I should not be here, and by some miracle I have survived these years of damage to be sitting before you today. The idea of who you are to me has taken many shapes over the years. It still changes, consistently proving yourself as weighted pain in human form. I deal with the pain you delivered to me daily. It shows up as shaking, memory loss. I stutter. I have problems processing things in real time. I can't eat properly from constantly having my digestion shut down to living in fear. I have health issues. I can't commit to upcoming events because I don't know how I'll be that next day. I took 3 days to process and even understand this date change, to sit here and write this. And that's pretty quick for me. I wasn't like this before, not that you would know how I was or how I am since you don't know me at all. I was far from perfect. I still had hope though. Until you, I never saw it again. You changed my core being, and there's nothing anyone can ever do to give me that back. Your darkness took my light before I even knew it was at risk. I did not give it to you. I can't imagine how empty a human must be to go to such desperate lengths. Shall I imagine? To be willing to sacrifice a whole life, an absolute world for my light. You took it from me and you don't deserve it. To accept the fact that you did this to others after going to bed at night for over 2 years, knowing that you were out there. I'm still on multiple medications. I took them this morning. If I don't, my brain wants to die, and that itself took a long time to comprehend. I can't go anywhere with people I don't know. It's embarrassing. I was only able to start going to the grocery store this year. After not being told if you were in or out, I took action and moved. You are so ingrained into my life. When does it end? Here, after this? You made this, you tell me. How do I make friends? Oh yeah, hey, nice to meet you. I can't go into a store alone. I might just mentally ghost out because I'm not okay and sometimes I want to die, but let's be friends. Or relationships. Yeah, let's date, but I'm going to panic inside when you touch me, and don't worry, I'll stop dissociating after you're out of me, but look away when I hate myself and love me forever. Okay? Thanks. You weren't part of my plan, but what are plans really though? Some imaginary world in which living in your body doesn't make you want to see that exact same body hanging by a rope some days, I'd think. I wonder sometimes what my life could have looked like. When waking up doesn't make me want to slice my skin and drink until I can't feel your ghost. When I'm not burning my skin in the bathroom to get you off of me. What a world. Too bad for me. I just live here now. Your hands ruined a human. The same hands that you wipe tears, eat with, wash, hold your family with. The same handprints that were bruised into my body for weeks. The same hands you need to work for you for the rest of your life. Your hands remember what you did, and so does my body. Living this body is no longer comfortable and free. You made it suffocating, dirty, and wrong. I will spend a lifetime trying to scrub you out of me. I can no longer hold down a job. I have been diagnosed with PTSD. I struggle daily, sometimes to make a phone call, some days to get up, sometimes to breathe, always to leave my safe spaces. My anxiety will kill me if I blink too long, and I have the kind of depression that I'd gladly stand in front of a train for. A small list of gifts that you've puked my way. You and I have a variety of memorable dates. I bet you didn't know that. June 30th, 2018. Do you know how many times I've been asked that date over the past 2,123 days? Fall 2018. I saw you at Save On downtown. I had just told my mom that I got 90 days sober. We were standing in the meat department. She hugged me and was so grateful. You walked around the corner. I wonder sometimes if you saw me push her back and bolt out of there, as I saw you casually chat up the female that you were with. She still crosses my mind, and I can only hope that you didn't get to her too. Not to mention, you have hugely impacted my mom. I did the things. I came forward. I told them what you did to me, to my body. My body. The same body that has had to heal from the bruises that you left. The damage and pain created inside and outside of my vagina, bum, and legs. A rape kit. I had never had one done before. Have you? Do you know what they do to your body? They photograph you. They take your fingernails. This is my body that we're talking about. I can still see it. I can still feel it. The only parts of me that left that experience whole are the parts of my body and clothing leaving that room in a paper bag on that day. I also lost my job to get that kid done. Then I was forced to live with my power cut off and I was evicted. I had to rely on strangers for survival because I couldn't stand to be my body, and you are the creator of it all. 2019, still in counseling, learning to cope with even wanting to be on this earth. Between gut-wrenching stomach pains, night terrors, and survival mode of fight or flight, I was still dealing with you, and you had no idea. The psychological effects of being raped had made itself at home in my mind. I tried to kill myself 1 year later, June 30th, 2019. What did you do that day? You will never realize the mass extent of hurt that you have created. Created from inside yourself, manifested into violence. You weaponized your body. Let's look at this. In each passing moment until death do you apart, a mass amount of souls are pained with the outcome of your inner pain. Back to me. I had to learn how to live. I learned how to not slice my skin. I tattoo specific places. I have drawn on my skin, iced my skin, snapped rubber bands on my wrists, hit things until my hands bleed so I don't cut. I have burned myself, cut my hair, parts of my skin and body off. I have yelled and I have screamed. I have sabotaged my own personal relationships because they'll be less mad at me. They'll be less sad if they're mad at me when I die. I'm not supposed to be here. I don't want to be here. I'm cursed and you won't leave. I hate my body because of you, and I'm trying to stay sober for me. By the time that 2020 rolled around, it had been over 2 years since I had bruises from you that others could see. I saw your face behind so many masks. Others couldn't see it though. How do I explain that to people? A fear that consumes me beyond ability to verbalize the gravity of what is happening inside my body. I hated you. I was trapped within my body, within my isolation, within a pandemic. Yet I go to sleep at night knowing what you had done, that you were out there, and that I couldn't do anything about it. October 4th, 2021. I ended up in the psych ward, more time of my life spent trying not to die, rotating through medications and doctors at the source of your choices. All I wanted in those days were three things. 1, to take you out of my nightmares. 2, for you to learn from what you had done to me and to find some guilt inside of you and just not do it again. And 3, to stay sober. I wanted you to be decent and do better. Let's not forget that I'm trying to rebuild my life, relationships, heal, stay unsuicidal, and not use anything to numb out. Waking up day after day, dealing with my own life, alongside handling the devastating aftermath of your wake. 2022. I was trying to cope with my own life, but the manifestation of your darkness started taking over my external world. It had been years, yet here we are. You won't leave. I tried to go to music in the park that summer one night with a group of friends. I had a panic attack when I saw the crowd and I had to go. Thanks for the memory. The impact alone from the time, energy, and effort that this has taken from my life is immeasurable. The phone calls, meetings, appointments, doctors, psychiatrists, counselors, pharmacies, gyno, not to even touch on specialists, like the ones who have diagnosed me with issues that I would have for the rest of my life. I have had to, need, and will need to take medications daily since you helped yourself. 2023. Every day of my life is now work. Work to meet a baseline that I may have passed by now, if not for you. I moved for safety. I had night sweats for 6 months of this year. Still having pain, doing my best. This is my best. I officially have a disability. I didn't understand what that meant, but a refresher for the room. From the Oxford Dictionary, the term disabled refers to having a condition that makes it difficult to do some things that most other people can do. Being unable to use a part of your body completely or easily due to a physical condition, illness, or injury, etc. Having physical or mental conditions that make it difficult to perform tasks others can do. Unable to use part of my body due to what you have done. It's been 69 months, and I'll continue to perform difficult tasks. I can't think. I have a condition that makes it difficult to do some things that other people can do, like go to the store, go to their family's school play or graduation without scanning the room for a rapist. I can't remember a world in which you weren't a breathing nightmare. I tried to have some normal in 2023. I have been through so much over the years that my heart hurts. Why did my life experience this? Because of you. My life has conformed to you since the day that you touched me. And here we are for the latest annual summarization of this statement. April 22nd, 2024. We meet again. It's been a long time. Do you see what you've done? How do I fix this stain on my soul? You made it. You tell me how to fix it. Any of it. How would you do it? Where would you start? Who do you turn to? Because that's where I've been for almost 6 years, trying to answer these questions. I did the things. It didn't work. I tried to stay alive. You get no credit to this. I survived at the gratitude to no source of authority or yourself. I've searched for answers everywhere, from bad habits to sitting here looking you in the eye. Is this supposed to fix it for me? How do you unbreak a plate or take back a word or unrape me? My body will never be the same. My mind will never be the same. My experiences and my life journey will never be what it could have been. And that itself is a major loss in my life. My life will never be what it could have been because of your choices, and I have been alone for 2,123 days, and it's all your fault. Why do you do this? I have people that love me, people that don't want to see me hurt. I am someone's daughter. I am someone's daughter. I am someone's daughter. Could you imagine? Think about it for a second. I'm a daughter. I hope the thought of you knowing what you did to me, how you handled yourself and continue to, makes you sick. I hope it keeps you up at night, and I hope that feeling haunts you. This world needs you to understand that each time you take a light, that is someone's daughter, just like me. You create that sick feeling inside people. My family still feels that gut-wrenching my daughter was raped feeling, because I am someone's daughter. I have a mom and a dad, family, friends, coworkers, and people in my life. People that love me, people that care about what you did. Humans with feelings. I don't know you. I'm hoping that you're capable of empathy. I had to tell my loved ones what you had done. What has been happening in my life. I literally had to sit down my dad. I didn't tell them for a couple of years, though, because I wasn't planning on living long enough for that. I wasn't supposed to live. Death was welcome, and it's all your fault. Who am I to you anyways? I am a person. I am the person who lost her power. You stole it that night. I am the person who had to rely on strangers because I couldn't stand to be in my body, and I had nowhere to let myself die. I was humanless to you, a dumpster for your pain, and my insides paid the price. I am somebody's daughter. I tried to cut out the pain you seeded into me. My body absorbed, and now you won't leave my existence. I am here for me. I'm here for me to speak my truth. I am the body that you've ruined. I am the soul you crushed. I am the one who healed alone. I am the person that for every single thing you took from me, another area of my life lost out. I am the one who almost died because of you. I am not your friend. I am the human whose soul you fed off of, whose life you destroyed, and the last thing I will be is anything of yours. I am not your victim, although you are the reasoning for that label to my name. I am a survivor. I survived you. I am strong. I am powerful. My name is Candace. I am the woman that you raped on June 30th, 2018. This is who I am to you. So who are you to me anyways? You are the person who I have wondered if you even remember my name, the same name on all those pill bottles. You are the incubus memory that has kept me up at night. When I do sleep, your face violates my dreams. Just like real life, you invade everything. You are the swine that fills my body so full of rage that only seeing my own blood pour out will ease the pain. You are everything I don't want to be. My name now goes beside a box labeled victim. You stole time from my family, from me. For this, how could I forgive or forget? You chose this, not me, not them. You chose both our fates. Can't you see what you've done? Today itself is a great example of my life impacted by you. Look around. Every soul here is impacted. So are the ones when I leave and tomorrow. You chose this, and this doesn't go away. You chose your actions, and now we both live with it. Your actions harmed my everything. You chose to harm my everything. And here we are today because of you. From the most bottom ripped out part of my heart to the heart you must have buried in there somewhere, please hear me. You ruined me. It shouldn't have happened. You shouldn't have raped me. You will remember this day, this moment, whenever that may be. You'll know. You will hear my voice, these words. I will be in that moment of choice with you. My voice will be heard by you. I will be seen by you as a human just like you. I am the body yours will feel when those waves of guilt hit in the middle of the night. You are the body I feel when those waves of inner disgust and self-hate strike. I will teach you or I will be nothing to you. The karma is already yours. Look at where we are. I think that you are a harmful human and I wish you healing. My life is not only worse because you raped me, but how can I heal? You raped me, yet I continue to suffer daily. I can't heal while I'm suffering. Who can? Yet I've been doing it against all odds. I am surviving. I took the single most horrifying thing that I have ever experienced and held on for 2,123 days. I have been hanging on to surviving. Today is no longer 2,123. Today is day one. Day one of freedom, day one of healing, day one of being able to take a full breath. Today I can go to Save On downtown and not worry about seeing you. I don't ever want to see you again after I see you sentenced. Through my perspective, I have repeatedly experienced yourself to be a less than desirable human to my world. Your body remembers, just like mine does. You raped me, Troy, and that doesn't go away. This will never be fixed or stopped or healed. The impact that you've made is beyond irreparable, yet I find myself spending the better half of this past decade cleaning up the mess you made. For myself, Candace, and each and every one of the humans in my corner, in which you have impacted devastatingly, I do not wish you the worst. I do not wish you the best either. I wish you healing and the life you deserve because this is all your fault.